What's up, guys? This this research that I've just been doing is probably the most insane shit I've ever seen in my life. So what you're looking at here is, hopefully you can see it. I don't need that light. Operation Fishbowl. There's a lot of things I was thinking about, and I started thinking, what happened at this time? What happened at that time? These things happen at the same time, like global warming and certain things. And Operation Fishbowl. So this is so crazy that I mean I don't know how anybody could ever trust a government when they do shit like this. So this is how it works, you know, the location, the elevation. This is the purpose. Take note of the purpose, okay? Because this is, and the device, of course. The delivery purpose. What was it saying? What it was there? No, I don't know what that was. Okay. So the height of the detonation was 248.6 miles up into the air. The way this thing supposedly worked was that they actually shot it and it went like 680 something miles up, supposedly. And then on its kind of re-entry or whatever, at around 250 miles, that's when they detonated this giant 1.4 megaton weapon. And as you can see here, here's the reason. A space rocket. This is what it was. It was a space rocket, 80 kilometers, to see what it did. You know? This is literally the explanation. Weapon effect means to see what happens. A 1.4 megaton nuclear warhead? I know people have told me about this shit. I've seen it. You know, I haven't looked into it the way I just did today. Because this is, I'm telling you, this is absolutely insanity. Why would you frickin' blow up a nuclear bomb of that magnitude without ever doing it before, or even understanding what it might do with the actual reason to see what it'll do? And then, of course, they turned that into, we wanted to see what would happen to to our satellites, you know, because what happened was it knocked them all out, right? Knocked them all out because of the EMP. So it killed all the satellites. It never once go in here it says anything about a sphere, anything like that. And nothing spherical about any of this. Matter of fact, they mentioned sea level. Yeah. I think they mentioned sea level a few times, at least twice. Nothing about anything spherical. So they go on. And so, you know, so anyway, the first two tests, and these are rockets now. So remember, this was 1962. 6 years later, 7 years later, whatever, right in that area, we just went to the moon, no problem. So, but they were just failing with their rockets left and right. And I know it was Jack Parsons. He did it. He made it work. Jack Parsons and Aleister Crowley and all them guys. See, all this shit comes back into my mind because I used to research this stuff a lot. I used to research the sun. I had videos, man, you wouldn't have believed. The sun, the moon, all things space. You know, I mean, EMPs, the effects of HAARP, what HAARP was doing, you know, everything. That's where my name come from, you know. All those crazy antenna arrays between HAARP and what was it? What's it? ISCAT and I forget them all. And now they're replaced with NexRad, right? I'm pretty sure that's about it. And there's a lot of people making, well, probably not a lot of people, but there's definitely a handful of people making a lot of money off that knowledge. I know one for sure. So yeah, they aborted. They had more failures, you know. Then they have the checkmate. So they after that first one with 1.4 megaton, they didn't do that again at all. They lowered them real quick because I don't know why, but you know, maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. But the craziest part is if you look at, let me see, see, this is a declassified U.S. nuclear test film number 62. And there's a comment literally down here that says, yeah, declassified garbage or whatever. And I absolutely agree. Sorry about that, I fuck. Oops. So, did that go before or after? Okay, what was that all about? See, some of these things you don't know what they're showing you, and it's so, you know, edited, and you know it's declassified. You get what they give you. You know what I mean? So I'm going to leave the link to a lot of this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of crazy things in here. You know, I don't know what exactly they are, but if these are explosions and they're all huge circles, man, I mean, what were they doing really? What were they doing? I have this weird feeling. Okay, and you know, it was just like out in the middle of the ocean. Because I looked up these coordinates and it came up the same thing. So that's the bottom. I read all this today. I read all this. So I'll leave that link. Let's see what we got. Okay. And, okay, what we have here is I'm not sure if my wife has a fisheye lens on this camera she had. I'm pretty sure it was. But what a shame, because I realized, hey, you know, I got pictures of me out on the ocean fishing. And yeah, it's because it goes up and down, so it's fisheye. Yeah, it goes concave to flat to sort of round. Yeah. But that's not what I saw. You know, what I saw with my eyes out on that ocean was flat. Just flat as far as the eye could see. Kind of like a circular vision. You know, I remember I used to go fishing all the time, guys. And how does this work? Like, look at the oceans, okay? The waves and stuff, all right? So are those oceans like trying to fight the gravity? And the gravity's pushing them back down? That's so ridiculous, guys. It's so ridiculous to think we're spinning around on a ball, flying through space, you know, infinite space that just keeps on growing. I found this. This was about Johnston Island. This guy, he was actually there, and there was some comments, and there's one particular comment. Was this the guy? Yeah. Now I looked at his page. Excuse me. And he's a he's a retired vet. So he says, stationed on the Atoll, 1969. Did you know this was the first place moon rocks landed? Come on. When I saw that, I thought, did I just strike gold? Like, did this dude just say this is literally where the first moon rocks landed? And is that recorded? So I didn't look that part up, but I read the whole thing. So they went to the moon and came back just off the coast of Johnston Island. I stood guard on Air Force One while Nixon flew out to meet our astronauts. This island had everything except women. That's strange. Of course. We ate prime rib on Wednesday and steak on Saturday. Happy hour drinks were 10 cents. Wow. But this is what caught my eye, because this is just a picture as we're going through the video. And a lot of things caught my eye, but especially this. Look at that picture. Find the curve. You see all kinds of eye trick playing stuff on that picture right there, don't you? But it's nice and clear though. But if you can't tell by looking at this picture, what you're seeing is no trace of a curve, no trace of hurtling through infinite space. First we're spinning, then we're revolving around the sun, then we're going through the Milky Way, then the Milky Way's going through infinite space at over 1,000,000 miles an hour. Is that what really we're doing? You can believe it all you want, because like somebody says, freedom of speech. I was looking at this craziness of the global warming. Okay, so I noticed right as we were shooting missiles at the whatever we were shooting them at, there was this Cuban Missile Crisis happening here. How about that? 1962, same time. 63, calculations suggest that the feedback with water vapor could make the climate actually sensitive to changes, blah, 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 blah. Boulder, Colorado, 1967, International Global, and again, I think the only time this page ever mentions being circular is the word global. That's another weird thing I caught after reading this whole thing. So, 1968 study suggests the possibility of collapse of Antarctic ice sheets. They don't say the South Pole. They say Antarctic. And they say that again, I think, 3 or 4 times in this whole thing. 1969, astronauts walk on the moon and people perceive the Earth as a fragile whole. This is where they say they proved the globe. For real, once and for all. Pictures from the moon, blah, 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 and all the horse shit. And I'm sorry, man. Even if you go look at all the things that happened to those astronauts after they came back. Did they really go to the moon? Did they ever even look like they may have gone to the moon? They never celebrated in a way that you would come back to the Earth and go, son of a bitch, I was on the fucking moon! Yeah, did you see that? Nope. They couldn't even understand between each other what their stories were. Man, I mean, it's just so pathetic, and this is global warming. And so maybe they did something with this 1962 Fishbowl to cause some kind of effect on this Earth that is not moving. Okay, so now I think I have to go from this way. Wait, I just got thrown off, sorry. Yeah, here it is. You can go watch this. That's real, right? That's well, that's Sean Duran, but this is footage from the Smithsonian or some crap, I don't know. NASA, whatever. But I think this has to do with the Smithsonian. Shit, I might be wrong. But this is supposed to be real, right here. This is all supposed to be real, right here. It's all real, folks. Somebody was talking about scale, being fooled by scale. Okay, so this scale is showing the global Earth from 250 miles away, traveling at the speed of approximately 17,500 miles an hour. The ISS goes around the Earth 90 minutes. Boom. It's traveled around the Earth, I don't know, 13, 14, 15,000 times since it's been up there, since 1998. Same year, same year I got knocked off the roof and ended my career. Yeah, I believe it. But you look in these comments and everybody else believes it. Watching on my LG, incredible, wonderful tanks. Our mother's so beautiful, so huge, blah, blah, blah. Jeez, you know? Okay, this is about as disgusting as it gets.
Hello, I'm astronaut Randy Brestick. Here's my friends Marty and Beth.
Randy will be headed to the International Space Station, where he will spend 6 months in
Really?
low Earth orbit.
While he is there, he will become the first Marine commander of the International Space Station.
And while I'm up there, Beth and Marty will bring you periodic updates as to what we're doing.
We're going to take those updates and tie them into specific lesson plans that you can use in your classroom.
You can
In your classroom. Wait. Okay, I guess this is for kids and half for kids and half for adults, right? Because you know what YouTube has done with the kid thing, right? If you make videos, you know what they've done. This is insanity right here. This is mass indoctrination. They use this in classrooms to your children, to our children.
can literally go outside in your backyard and say hello to Randy while he's up there working.
You can spot the ISS as it passing over. You just need to know when and where to look.
Here's how you can spot the International Space Station from your backyard.
And please be sure to wave.
You got to be kidding me, man.
Let's look in the general direction of where the pass will become visible. We will scan a wider area in case we are a little off with our measurements.
Okay. This is targeted basically to children. That's so disgusting that I have to just eliminate that entire tab. Of course, they show you this, you know, spot the come on now. Oh, you get stuck on me? Thank you. Spot the station. Look. You can spot the station. You can go outside and see yourself, man. You know, here, look at this. Isn't that kind of weird? What's that all about? What the fuck is that all about right there? In reality. In reality. I know what you're going to tell me. Now, you're going to tell me again, you know, you can get a little app on your phone, blah, 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 and you can point that bitch and get a little telescope or some binocular. You're supposed to be able to see it with your bare eye, okay? Nobody should be telling me anything about binoculars and shit. You should be able to see it with your bare eye. Then you put the binoculars up maybe and to see if it's this little shape that they can't fake that shape. Come on, man. So what you're supposed to be seeing with your naked eye during certain times of the twilight or dusk, you know what I mean? A couple hours here, a couple hours there. You get about 4 hours to actually see this thing. It is 1,320,000 feet above the Earth. That's like 44 times the height of an airplane that you're looking at, you know, that might be 30,000 feet. You seriously think you're seeing something that's 44 times farther away? That's the same size? Basically? The ISS is like a football field, like a big old football field, up 250 miles in the sky. That's what they tell you. Don't know what happened here. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is the ISS. Okay. This is, yeah, 400 kilometers or 250 miles up. Blah, blah, blah. 15.5, 92 minutes around, 15.5 orbits per day. Per day. They're just shooting around the Earth 15 and a half times a day. In their khakis and t-shirts, not a problem. Everything's cool. They don't feel a thing. Here it is. The ISS is the largest human-made body in low Earth orbit and can often be seen with the naked eye. And I guess they have to show you what the naked eye is. That's kind of strange. I got to be just about done here. Boy, oh boy. Oh, Thermosphere. Thermosphere is 4,500 degrees, but if you were to hang out in the thermosphere, though, you would be very cold because black is white and white is black. And up is down and down. There is no up and down. Do you understand what they're telling you here? It's 4,500 degrees Fahrenheit. But because of the molecular dispersion or whatever the hell, you don't feel 4,500 degrees. That's some kind of... Who feels that then? Where is it? What's it for? Why is it measured? What does it matter? What does it mean? It means that you're telling somebody that white is black and black is white. Here's the funniest part about this little shit right here. You have the Earth and you have the Sun and what they're calling the solar system with a picture of Saturn. Excuse me. Saturn. What's here? Saturn. What's here? The educators? So the apple is what? Knowledge. Here's the cube. Science and tech. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm nuts. Maybe I'm not. Also, definitely YouTube is messing with the videos. There's a lot of things that haven't happened, like views going up, but then I see them go up and then they go back down. And I've literally seen this many times so far, especially with this particular video that they're not even going to let me. Okay. Okay, thanks. With this one, oh, this one. Okay, sorry. Flat Earth Brian Mullen, where'd he go? Yeah, this should probably be about 158 by now. They keep changing it up and down. And then, you know, like I'll go to the YouTube studio, which I hate. And it's not going to let me go there. Oh, thank you. Like I said, I have way too many tabs up here already, I think. So I can't stand this new. So until they take this away from me completely, I will keep going back to the classic. Because they didn't need to improve on it. And then they're telling you, see that you're legally required to comply with the children's online privacy. But they'll do what they want. So in reality, okay, so that's got 59. So basically, most of the time, you can find in reality what your views are by going into your video manager. Excuse me. And oh yeah, this is one of the strange things that just happened to me today. I have a video. Oh darn! Let me switch over real quick and see if we can. See, having all these damn tabs up is screwing me up. This particular video, you see this video, there's no problem with this video. You can see part 2, they removed it. But there should be no, oh crap. There should be no problem. And I put that, shit, I'm just fucking rambling now, sorry. What the hell? That's not what I just did. What? Dude. Okay, so this is the wrong video too. So now I'm wasting everybody's time. Okay, well, there's a video link on one of these videos I put, and it doesn't work anymore because the video is not available. But here's the video right in there. It's right there. Or not right there, right here. Right there. And it's getting absolutely no more views. So it's not available for some reason, but there's also no anything about, oh, look, Mike Hunt. Yeah. Send me a freaking, how about that? Yeah, there's nothing about. YouTube is screwed up, guys. So I don't care what you say. I mean, people might have access to them, be able to call them. Some people, I'm sure, do. I don't know about Patricia. That show she's got now is like a waste of space. I mean, I was contacted you if you saw that little flash of her face. And I went over and looked at that video a little bit, and I just was like, what is this? What is this garbage? You know, she doesn't know idea what she's talking about. She's just flopping her hair around and trying to be followed. That's her, you know. So right now I have gone way past what I should have done. Oh, that's not too bad. 27 minutes maybe. It won't be too bad. Oh well. Well, if you got anything out of this video, that's a good thing. And if you didn't, oh well. And if you want to, you know, throw your comments at me, as usual, troll me, whatever. Ask me this and ask me that. But the things I've shown you just in the past 27 minutes, you're going to believe the people that do this kind of monster shit, like blow frickin' nuclear bombs up in the thermosphere. That's where they detonated that first 1.4 megaton up to 248.6 miles in the thermosphere. That's where our satellites and shit are going around, right? And the ISS, where it's 4,500 degrees and cold. All right, guys. Have a good one.